More frustration at the Petco vaccine superstation as the county makes up for missed appointments, the call for volunteers, and the big perk that comes with it. Plus, just hours away from a flash flood warning around the county when the big storm is set to hit. And a story that's positively San Diego, the local cheer squad that says the pandemic has changed their outlook on life and their perspective on what it means to be part of a team.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
We'll get to those stories in just a moment. First, we are learning more about the Coronado man arrested for alleged involvement in the Capitol riots earlier this month. Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Hunt. And the FBI says Jeffrey Alexander Smith was arrested yesterday morning. According to court documents, someone that knew Smith identified him to the FBI from a picture posted to social media. Smith was scheduled to appear in court today. The San Diego office of the FBI says it's their first arrest in this region related to the riots at the Capitol. In the last 30 minutes, the county wrapped up its weekly update on tackling the coronavirus pandemic. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura listened to the press conference. And Anthony, when it comes to data, it looks like San Diego is headed in the right direction. Some good news this afternoon.
That's right, Kimberly. Now, county officials started off this news conference by saying that they were ahead of their vaccination goals that they had set. They had initially hoped to vaccinate 250,000 doses. That's how many they had expected to administer by the end of the month. That number is now higher than 269,000 doses. Now, they are directing people to set up vaccination appointments through the My Turn system, which of course is new, and they have made improvements according to the county. They say there's a regional map added now to make it easier for people to find a vaccination site. They say they've made it easier to schedule first and second appointments as well. Now, all of the county's so-called pod locations for vaccinations are linked to the My Turn system. The new North County Superstation opening this weekend at Cal State San Marcos will also be linked to that, as well as an East County location that's yet to be revealed but is expected to open next week. Now, the county says it will be working to link the superstations near Petco and Chula Vista to the My Turn system. The goal is to get everything running through that. And for seniors 75 and older who don't have a computer, they can call 211 to set up an appointment. We're reporting live. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
And Anthony, are you seeing any confusion? Initially, people needed to make kind of a registration with MyChart. Now this new state system is called My Turn. A lot to remember, and they're both very different.
That's right, and the county had said that originally they had their own system that they had sort of wanted to roll out, but because the state system came about, that's why they're directing all of these new vaccination locations and some of the pod locations to the state system to try and avoid that confusion moving forward.
All right, so My Turn is the website with the state. Thank you so much, Anthony. Today, the county is reporting 1,489 new cases of COVID, bringing us now to over 232,000, 69 more deaths overnight. So far, over 2,500 San Diegans have died from COVID-19. And the Petco vaccination superstation downtown saw another day of long lines and frustrations. People who had appointments canceled because of the weather earlier this week were mostly rescheduled for today and Saturday. As ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala explains, staffing is one of the biggest issues and more volunteers are needed.
We are in need of our community members.
There's been slow traffic outside of the Petco vaccination superstation as people wait hours in their cars for their turn to get a COVID-19 vaccine. Right now, staffing is an issue at the site.
We need about 300 people a day to make this work smoothly.
With more staffing comes fewer delays. Leah Blacksburg is the director of volunteer services at UC San Diego Health. She says more volunteers are needed as the site is mostly staffed by UCSD Health employees.
About 20% of the staffing needs are being covered by community volunteers. So we would really love help with individuals who are medically trained and non-medically trained.
Signing up is done through UCSD Health's website under COVID-19 Vaccination Superstation volunteers.
To help with running things, supplies, and passing out information, with helping navigate where people are supposed to go.
And there's a bit of a perk.
Anybody who is volunteering at our vaccination superstation will have the opportunity, if they choose, to be vaccinated.
It gives you a feeling of fulfillment and like you're doing good.
Loretta Landholt has been volunteering at the site for a couple of weeks now.
I filled out an application. They did a background check on me, and then you sign several consent forms before you can start volunteering.
The registered nurse worked for UCSD for nearly 40 years before retiring. At the site, she helps nurses with supplies and observes patients after they've had their shot. She says the best part is it gave her an opportunity to give back.
And honestly, it was the first opportunity that I felt like I could do to help with the pandemic.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
There are 4, 8, and 12-hour shifts available for both medical and non-medical professionals who want to help. Volunteers are asked to cover at least 3 shifts. And we know there are a lot of questions and different experiences with the vaccine rollout. Our ABC 10 News in-depth team is committed to tracking down answers and sharing your stories. Just send us your story at tips@10news.com. More rain is on the way. Just 3 hours from now, a flash flood watch is set to go into effect for parts of the county. We go to ABC 10 News meteorologist Angelica Campos. She's live from home tracking when we expect this storm to hit tonight. Angelica.
Hi, Kim. First, we're going to take you out live to show you what it looks like out there. The morning was beautiful around the county, and the system is actually slowing down just a little bit. So some of the heaviest rain may hold off until around midnight, but we'll show you what to expect here. So taking a look outside, you can see those high clouds in place getting a bit hazy in Del Mar. Flash flood watch, including everyone west of the mountains, that is, where we're expecting some of the heaviest rainfall. So where is a storm right now is just now making its way into Los Angeles. It has made very little movement since yesterday, which means the areas north of LA have been getting just pounded with heavy rain for now almost 12 hours or so. So that definitely leading to big problems. As we break it all down hour by hour, at least for downtown San Diego, the chance will be much better after midnight with heavy rain by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Possible thunderstorms are still on track. I'll break it down. I'll show you how much rain we'll see all around the county.
We'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. President Biden signed another round of executive actions today, this time on health care. The actions in part reopen enrollment on the Affordable Care Act and allowing some uninsured Americans access to policies which also provide federal assistance to pay for health care.
Of all times that we need to reinstate access to, affordability of, and extent of access to Medicaid is now in the middle of this COVID crisis.
President Biden also signed a presidential memorandum reversing the Trump policy of restricting tax money for abortion clinics. Meantime, negotiations between the White House and Congress continue for Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID stimulus package. President Biden wants bipartisan support for the bill, but many Republicans say it's just too big.